To get started, let's jump into a Schoology course. We'll start with this assignment 1 example, but rubrics are a really versatile grading tool. They can be associated with Schoology assignments, discussions, or short answer questions in test quizzes and assessments. They can also be used with assignments made in Google or Microsoft assignment apps. I'll first demonstrate how to attach a rubric to an assignment. Then, we'll look at how to create them. I'll click the gear to edit the assignment, but you can also attach the rubric at the time you are creating an assignment. Below the description area, there is a field labeled Scale/Rubric where you decide how you'd like to score the assignment. By default, it's set to the numeric scale. You can also create a new rubric by selecting Create New. In my example account, you can also see some rubrics I've made before. All the rubrics are indicated by this small 4 square icon. If you would like to use a rubric that appears in this list, simply click on it. Because I chose a rubric with several learning objectives, you now see that all the learning objectives have been applied to this assignment. The total points that the assignment is worth has also been adjusted based on the value of the rubric's criteria. When you associate a rubric with a course material, you can decide whether you want the students to see the rubric when they are completing the assignment. By default, it is on, and I will leave it on for this example. I'll click Save Changes and the assignment will be updated. Now that the assignment is created and the rubric attached, I'll switch to the student view so you can see the student experience with the rubric. You can tell I'm now in the student's account because the profile image in the upper right corner of the screen has changed. I'll click on the assignment, and now I see the assignment description up top and the rubric below. The criteria the assignment will be assessed on are listed here on the left, and the scale for each criteria is on the right. If you look at the bottom row of the rubric, you'll notice that the instructor has also built deductions into the rubric. This means students need to make sure to turn in their work on time to get full credit. I'll use the Submit Assignment button to quickly make a submission. Now that I've made the submission, I'll flip back over to the instructor's view. We can tell we're back to the instructor's view again by looking at the name and the profile image in the upper right corner. From here, I'll go back into the assignment, and I see the student's submission. I'll click on it to open. We just watched a student make a submission to an assignment that is associated with a rubric. Now we're looking at that same assignment submission from the instructor's point of view. To grade the submission with the attached rubric, click the 4 square icon in the upper right. You'll notice the same rubric we saw earlier when attaching the rubric to the assignment. You'd also be able to see the same rubric if you were grading from an iPad or a mobile device. Grading is as easy as tapping a score. You can change your ratings as needed. The points total along the right side column. There may be circumstances where you need to customize or override the grading because the exact number of points you would like to award isn't an option on the rubric scale. To customize the score, click the point total in the right column and enter a new score. You can also modify the total points calculation in the same way. If you'd like to explain the score you gave or leave comments for another reason, click the speech bubble that appears next to the points box. Make sure you click Save at the bottom when you have completed grading. You'll see the points appear here on the assignment page, and the score has also been saved to the Schoology gradebook. If I wanted to edit the score later, I could do so by returning to the assignment or simply opening the rubric here in the gradebook. Let's take one more jump back to the student's point of view to see how the score appears to her. The grade appears for the student both in the Grade section in the left menu and also right here within the assignment in the upper right. In both places, the students can click on the rubric icon and it'll pop open to show where points may have been deducted, as well as any comments left by the instructor.